Can you hear me? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
But we get the echo. Well, we'll try the best. All right. This is Martin Reyes Munoz.
Este es el señor Martin Reyes Muñoz.
And would you state your name, please, Ms. Rocco?
Maria Rocco.
Would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to the best of your ability you will interpret these matters from Spanish into English and English into Spanish?
I do.
Senor Reyes Munoz, you're charged with not having any insurance.
El señor Reyes Muñoz, el cargo contra usted es de no haber tenido ninguna aseguranza.
In Michigan, that is a misdemeanor.
En el estado de Michigan es un cargo menor.
It is punishable by up to a year in jail.
Puede tener hasta un año en la cárcel.
and a fine of up to $500.
y una multa hasta $500.
Do you have proof of insurance with you today?
¿Usted tiene prueba que tiene aseguranza hoy?
Would you show it to the public defender?
¿Lo puede enseñar?
Antes y esto lo porque y esto fue lo que me dio el policía.
Ms. Jackson, would you see if you can get a prosecutor to look at that and see whether they would reduce it to no proof of insurance?
Sure.
Please have a seat, sir. Maria, if you bear with us for a minute, the public defender is going to talk to the prosecutor. In fact, we've got another one, Jeanette, with Mr. Ferris. Joseph John Ferris, would you come up to the podium? All right. Are you Joseph John Ferris?
Yes, I am.
You're charged with the same offense as the last gentleman, not having insurance. You're also charged with a civil infraction of having a registration plate violation.
Yes.
I call those driving while poor. Do you have a proof of insurance with you now?
I don't, because it was my sister-in-law's vehicle I was driving. So I'm not sure if she.
So it wasn't even your car.
No, it was my sister-in-law's.
So it didn't have a plate and it didn't have insurance, but you didn't own the car.
Right.
All right. I'm going to ask you to have a seat also and see if we can get the prosecutor to discuss this with you. Ms. Munoz left. I don't know where she went. Darn it. Maria.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, you're still there. All right. We're on standby. Well, I thought you signed off, so just hold on. I'll put you in the waiting room and don't go away. Thanks. Oh, you have more for me?
I do have more for you.
Thank you so much.
Gary is here to tell you, do like a turn in and be arraigned.
Okay.
I'll send them into your courtroom.
Well, we got a couple extra things this morning, and that's all right. We got time to do it. We're waiting for a couple of cases where we need prosecutor input. Candace, would you come forward, please? We're in the same boat. I have said this before. People say your name differently. Some say Peruski, some say Peruki. How do you say it?
Peruki.
Peruki. There are people with the exact same spelling in Sturgis that say Peruski.
Half my family says one and then half says the other.
All right. Well, you're Candace Lynn Peruki. You're also charged with not having insurance. Do you have proof of insurance with you today?
I do.
All right. I wish they'd just give me blanket authority to deal with this. Have a seat, ma'am. We'll see. That was file 231771. Maria, would you interpret this for me? Oh, I need to bring her in so she can hear it. Maria, would you interpret this for me?
Certainly.
We have at least 3 people today that are charged with not having insurance.
Tenemos al menos 3 personas hoy que no tienen aseguranza.
It is a serious charge.
Es un cargo serio.
It's not under the motor vehicle code. It is under the insurance code. Good morning, Howard.
Good morning.
It is punishable. It is punishable by up to a year in jail.
No está acá abajo del código de vehículos, está abajo del código de aseguranzas y esto puede tener hasta 1 año en la cárcel.
A fine of not less than $200.
Una multa no menos de $200
plus costs.
más gastos.
So the lowest fine would be $325.
Entonces, la multa más baja sería $325.
It also requires that you be fingerprinted.
También requiere que le tomen las huellas.
It means that you were driving a car that day without having any insurance.
Entonces, que usted estuvo manejando un carro un día sin aseguranza.
There is another charge, a lesser charge.
Hay un cargo menor
called having no proof of insurance.
que se llama no teniendo prueba de no tener aseguranza.
It means that you had insurance, but you just didn't have the little slip in the car like this.
Eso indica que usted sí tuvo aseguranza, nomás no tuvo el papelito en el carro.
That charge is a civil infraction.
Ese cargo es una infracción civil.
It is not a crime.
No es un crimen.
It's punishable by a fine only.
Y solamente es una multa.
And that fine would be $150.
Y esa multa sería $150.
And the prosecutor, normally when somebody comes in and shows that they have gotten proof of insurance,
y generalmente el prosecutor, una vez que le enseñan que sí tienen prueba de la aseguranza,
will give them consideration
le darían la consideración
and allow them to plead to the civil infraction
y dejarlos decir que están culpables a la infracción civil
and dismiss the misdemeanor.
y anular el cargo menor.
But only the prosecutor has that authority.
Pero solamente el prosecutor tiene esa autoridad.
Not the judge.
No el juez.
The prosecutor charges the case.
El prosecutor trae los cargos en el caso.
And the judge can't change the charge.
Y el juez no puede cambiar el cargo.
Unless the prosecutor agrees.
Solamente que el prosecutor esté de acuerdo.
We've just been joined by Prosecutor David Marvin.
El señor David Marvin, el prosecutor, nos ha llegado a esta junta.
Who does have that authority.
Él sí tiene esa autoridad.
So David, the first man we're talking to is where I put him on the bottom of the pile. Martin Reyes Munoz.
El primer señor es Martin Reyes Muñoz.
And Miss Rocco is helping us interpret.
Y la señora Terraco está ayudándonos a interpretar.
He has brought in proof that he now has insurance on the vehicle and shared it with Miss Jackson.
Él ha traído prueba que él tiene seguridad en el vehículo y lo ha enseñado a la señorita Jackson.
Were there additional?
No, just no insurance.
No proof would resolve this.
All right. And you just heard me explaining it.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Reyes, would you come back up?
Señor Reyes, por favor, acérquese otra vez.
Well, all right, that'll work. You are charged with no insurance. You proved that you now have insurance. Mr. Marvin is willing to reduce this to having no proof of insurance. That will carry a fine of $150.
Entonces, el señor Marvin está de acuerdo porque usted trajo la prueba de la aseguranza que estamos reduciendo el cargo a no tener prueba de aseguranza que sería una multa de $150.
Are you willing to do that?
¿Usted quiere aceptar esto?
All right. On the day you were driving the car, September 19th, Did you not have proof of insurance in the car?
El día de que estaba manejando el carro, septiembre 19, ¿es que usted no tuvo prueba de aseguranza en el carro?
Yo fui, la di de alta en la mañana, la prueba, pero me dijo la secretaria que si tenía la prueba de la otra que tenía, la otra que tenía, que no había problema, y fui a reclamarla y me dio el mismo papel.
So I went, I didn't have it, and I went, and then they said that I just had to bring the proof of it, and so I brought it, and that's when they gave me this paper.
All right. The fine is $150.
La multa es $150.
Can you pay that today?
¿Usted puede pagar eso hoy?
All right.
Sí.
Yes.
I will ask the bailiff to take you out to the court office and pay the fine.
Entonces el bailiff lo va a llevar afuera para pagarlo.
Would you show this to Mr. Marvin? The next defendant is Candace Lynn Perucci. She has also just the no proof of insurance, and she got Geico insurance. And so would you reduce that one also?
Yes.
We have another one that's a little more complicated.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I can give you a heads up on that one. It was not his vehicle, it was his sister-in-law's,
Yes.
and he doesn't have his proof with him
Well,
today.
it's Joseph Ferris. He got a charge with no insurance and improper plate, which I call driving while poor, but it's not his car. It's his sister-in-law's car. He's driving it, so he got the citations. I didn't know if there would be anything you could do on that case.
So what did he, is there a civil infraction involved?
There is a civil infraction of improper registration plate.
Yeah, I'm okay with the civil infraction, I guess. Where is he? Is he here?
He's right here.
I don't have a problem with that. Obviously,
Just stay right there.
there's a requirement to,
If you're gonna operate it.
yeah, you're not gonna jump in an airplane and say, well, I didn't know.
Mhm.
I mean, there are rules, and we can't just have people riding around and doing what they want. We've got to have law and order. So unfortunately, there will be a consequence, but it can be a civil infraction this time.
All right, now, is Yamil Rivera Martinez here? No. All right, David, that's all I got.
I'm holding Omar Furlough's.
That's my husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm holding the insurance card
Okay.
for that. Is that, which case is
That
this?
goes with Miss Perucci.
Okay. So is there anything else that you would need?
No, you helped me with 3 cases in 6 minutes.
All right,
and I
well,
agree with-
I've got a pretrial and I might be back for more.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Ferris. Maria, you're good to go. Come up to the podium if you would. This is a return to Joseph John Ferris. Mr. David Marvin, the prosecutor, just joined us. He agreed to dismiss the no insurance charge, which is the $325 fine, 1-year misdemeanor, if you plead to the civil infraction of driving a car with an improper registration plate. That's a civil infraction. The fine is $120. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Then you can get the money from your sister-in-law. So when you got stopped, the car you were driving didn't have a proper registration plate on it?
Correct.
All right. Police civil infraction, fine and costs $120. Do you need time to pay that?
Yes, I do.
All right, give you 30 days. We'll make it due by wow. I don't even want to say this. December.
No kidding.
That's not 30 days. We'll go with November. Well, we'll go to December 1st. You don't want to get dinged up on your license. This is a civil infraction. It's not a crime.
Okay.
It doesn't carry any points. But you need to pay that.
Okay.
And you're free to go.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Peruki, would you come back up? You might need that. All right, I didn't know you were married to Omar Furlow. When did that happen?
We've been married for 2 years.
Oh, well, he hasn't been here in a while, so that's probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was a time when I was looking for him, but I think he's doing better. All right, same thing. Mr. Marvin agreed to dismiss the charge. You got proper insurance. And are you willing to plead to no proof of insurance?
Yes.
Once upon a time, when you would come in here, we would have this situation. The prosecutor wasn't able to do a pretrial right now, so we'd have to reset it. So you'd have to come back here all over again on another day, and it was very inconvenient. So Mr. Marvin has agreed once again to do these pretrials right now. It takes care of the case. You don't have to come back. We don't have another date. You don't have to come in and out of the courthouse. I appreciate his willingness to help us. So fine and cost is $150. That particular day, the insurance wasn't valid. And then you later, within a day or two, got your insurance.
I just paid it so I pay usually like 6 months at a time. I had just paid it that morning. And I had told him that, but so it didn't show on his computer, but my phone was dead. And so my insurance cards are on my phone.
All right. So that's probably the accurate charge. No proof of insurance.
Right.
And we've all done that. We get our insurance thing. We forget to put it in the car. So this fits the facts. All right. How long will it take you to pay $150?
Like a week or two. I'm a waitress, so I get paid every day.
Where do you work?
Applebee's.
Okay, good for you. I don't get in there much, but well, I'll give you 30 days. Is that all right?
Yeah, that'll work.
November 3rd we'll use. All right. Again, this isn't a crime. You're not fingerprinted. It's just a civil infraction like a speeding ticket. You're good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we got a couple people that weren't scheduled. Which case are you here on, sir? Yeah. Yeah, no, behind you. What's your name?
Tom Burgess.
Oh, okay, you're what's scheduled for today, but you're here today. And then who else have I got? What's your name, sir?
Robert Slocum.
All right, and Mr. Slocum showed up to turn himself in. What's your name, sir?
Victor Santana.
You must have been a pretrial.
No, that was
All right. Excuse me. Allergies. All right, I gotta sort these out. Mr. Burgess, not Titus Burgess, Thomas Burgess, missed several court dates. Excuse me. I'm gonna get a drink.
All rise.
Sorry about that. I put my own Earl Grey iced tea in a McDonald's cup. That will get me through this.
She makes me nervous.
That's why you're here, Lindsay. She's there to help. All right, Mr. Burgess, why don't you come up to the podium there, and I gotta sort this out. Wasn't on my docket. But we take people when they show up, we're here and we're always willing to address their case. We have 23-1272. There's a warrant for your arrest for driving suspended, second offense. I called you on the phone, woke you up and said, hey, you're supposed to be in court. You told me you were going to come on the 28th and you didn't show up on the 28th. Today's October 5th and you're here now, so it's better than a poke in the eye. Then you also have 2 other charges. From July 9th, failed to stop after a collision and filed 231723. And another driving suspended on August 17th. How'd you get here today?
My mother.
All right. Well, let's talk about these. Let me get these out. How'd you decide to come today? Just when you got it right?
And I wrote it down wrong.
You didn't write it down. I talked to you on the telephone.
I talked to clerk. I called him because I was gonna I missed that a day. I rescheduled because I missed that day. I heard it is Thursday, not Tuesday.
Howard, what do you have?
I had a pretrial and we've successfully done it.
Oh, very good. That made you drive all the way to Centerville this morning?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Burgess, let's talk about these. You live in Vicksburg?
Yes, I do.
Vicksburg is a nice town. I go there quite a bit. You got charged on July 9th with driving suspended, second offense, and failing to stop after a collision. You had an arraignment date of July 27th. And your ride didn't show up, or I don't know what happened. And then I called you up. You didn't show up for Judge Pattison. He issued a $1,000 bench warrant. And then I don't know what happened. That morning I called you up, said you forgot.
Yep.
I set it for September 28th. You didn't show up for that day. And plus you had an open warrant in the other case, 231373. So in that case, this one was July. You got charged with driving that's the wrong case. One 617. There's a bunch of cases in here. This is the one that has an open warrant. In that case, it's alleged they only charged it as driving suspended first. You're on M60 in Angevine at 5:27 a.m. and they charge you with driving suspended. And you didn't show up, and then a warrant issued for your arrest, and now you're here now. So, and you didn't drive here today. Your driver's license is revoked. It has been for a while, long time. You got failing to stop at a collision, driving suspended, second offense. If you kill someone while you're driving suspended, it's a felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison, 15 years in prison. And I'm not sure what your deal is, but you could probably use an attorney to assist you with this.
I didn't kill a deer.
What?
I didn't kill a deer.
All right, well,
I had to get to the hospital for myself.
all right, you hit a deer?
No, I swerved to miss it. And I went to
Okay.
ditch.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. I don't know if it's up there with, I still respect you in the morning. I only had 2 beers, the check's in the mail, and I swerved to miss a deer.
I was after that. I was at the hospital to verify that I was not drunk and everything like that.
All right, well, I think you could use some help. So my advice is you plead not guilty to this.
Okay.
But you got to show up on the day I tell you to show up, not the day that you feel like showing up. All right. Prosecutor may also review that driving suspended and turn it into a second one. But I don't know what you were doing at 5 o'clock in the morning on M60, and I don't know what you were doing at the other place, but on each occasion you weren't supposed to be driving. So you were driving in July, never showed up for your court hearing, and then got cited again for driving in August, and then didn't show up for your court hearing. So I'm going to recall all the warrants. I'm going to appoint an attorney. Where's your mother now?
Oh, parking lot.
All right. Set attorney pretrial for November 3rd. I want you to call this attorney and make an appointment to discuss this with them well before November 3rd. That'll be at 8:30 in the morning. And see if they can package these things together. I don't know any of the facts other than you got cited 2 times for driving without being suspended. You've been suspended since like the 80s. And it's hard once you get this, it's hard to get off of it, even though you got very old drinking driving convictions.
I've done that.
Well, the Taylor Law Office runs an ad that says it's a process, and it's difficult to get your license reinstated from the Secretary of State, and they're very good at it, frankly. But it is a process, and the steps are difficult to follow, and this doesn't help. So you haven't had any drinking driving charges on here in a long time, but you keep getting these driving suspended charges, which further suspends you. So you've probably just given up. It's like the days of the driver responsibility fees. People just said, hell, I'm never going to get my license back. I might as well drive anyway. Well, you could end up in jail. So I'm going to have the bailiff take you out to the court office. We're going to set an attorney pretrial for November 3rd. I'm going to get a lawyer to help you with this and stop driving till we sort this out.
Yeah, all right.
All right. And show up when you're supposed to.
Thank you.
David, have you got something for me?
I was gonna ask if you would be able to handle an arraignment this morning. We've got Cody Greer, who's gonna be here. He's upstairs where the status conference, we're heading up now. But he has another charge that's winding through, and he's gonna be here.
That's why I'm here. We've got several walk-ins
And
today.
it happens to be Mr. Taylor, who's the
We'll put
attorney.
extra sanction on there for that. I just gave him a plug.
I do appreciate the free advertising.
So it might be within half an hour or so, but if you can do it, then we'll be down here.
All right.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you. Victor Santana, would you come forward? Howard, you can sit at the prosecutor table. Yes, stand right there, sir. Thank you. Are you Victor Santana?
Yes.
Mr. Santana, you got charged with driving without a valid license under Constantine Village Ordinance. Mr. Howard Bush is the Constantine Village attorney and has been Probably longer than I've been here. How long have you been Constantine attorney?
I don't remember exactly. I think.
Well, I
it
started
was-
here in 1980 and you were already Constantine Village attorney then,
I
so.
think it was late 70s or early 80s.
So you got 45 years or 50 years of being the Constantine Village attorney. He has advised me that you've got your driver's license restored.
Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Can I see your license?
It's a little taped up, but yeah.
We call it getting off the driving suspended merry-go-round. At least I do. Indiana. Very good. So Mr. Bush is willing to dismiss the charge of driving without a valid operator's license if you plead to an offense called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That's kind of a strange charge. The other that you're allowing to violate the motor vehicle code is yourself. You were driving without a license. But this charge carries no points. It doesn't get abstracted to your driver's license and won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your driving privileges. Understand?
Yes.
In fact, I don't know if the Indiana DMV will ever even know about it. You live in Goshen?
Yes.
Mr. Bush, you confirm the plea agreement? You confirm the plea agreement?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor. And as you agree, found, he does have his license, and I believe this is a reasonable resolution.
I do too. Like in the last cases where the people came in and showed they got insurance, prosecutor's goal is to help people get squared away rather than stack a bunch of fines and costs on them and further jeopardize their license. So this charge will not further jeopardize your license. So the day you got stopped here in Michigan, did you not have your valid license in Indiana?
No. I guess
You were
not.
suspended out of Indiana and you got that straightened out?
Yes.
All right, well, we adjourned this 4 weeks to give you time to do that, and you held up your end of the deal. So what do you do down in Goshen?
I work at Keystone RVs.
How are they doing?
It's up and down.
Yeah,
But every other month we have a week off.
I do my own little economic survey. Keystone's a good outfit.
Yeah.
They must have 1,000 employees or more.
Yeah, they have a few different
plants.
Yeah, plants.
And so some of the plants are, in February and March, they're going great guns. In July and August and September, they slow down. So you're still working, but getting some time layoffs.
Yeah. We're only working 4 days right now a week.
All right. Well, the fine is $75. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee and a $50 state minimum fee. That adds up to $200. The fine money, part of it goes to Constantine. Plus, you had to make 2 trips up here. All right. How long will it take you to pay $200?
About 2 weeks.
I'll go to November 3rd. I'll give you this envelope. You can pay by credit card. You can send a certified check or money order. Or bring in green cash. That's $200 by November 3rd. Thank you, Howard. Well, you gave him 4 weeks to do what he said he was going to do, and he did it. So I guess that worked out all right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I had one arraignment, a Martinez, I believe.
Let me call it because he didn't show up. Then we'll let you out of here. So hold on a minute, Howard.
All right. I was I've got another pretrial. I was gonna see if they were here.
No, Martinez Reyes. Was that yours?
Yeah, Laura said it was. I don't know. OT it could be.
No, those are both SMs. We took care of him. We have Yamil Martinez Rivera. I think
Yeah.
that's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
That is a no ops and a civil infraction. He failed to appear.
Didn't.
And you would be willing to dismiss the civil infraction?
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a note. We'll do an order to show cause, indicate you would dismiss the civil infraction for the plea of the misdemeanor. Yamil.
Yeah, that's.
And Abdiel Rivera Martinez failed to appear for arraignment. It's the first failure. We'll do an order to show cause. And note Howard Bush offers to dismiss civil infraction. All right, thanks, Howard.
Thank you. I've got one more pretrial. Okay, that will resolve.
Anybody knows Yamil Rivera Martinez, tell him to contact the court. We're gonna give him another date.
Just for your peace of mind, Your Honor, his mom was waiting in the parking lot.
I did. He had the ring of truth to him. So I didn't have you look at it. Sometimes, often, you can tell they're lying. You know, when they tell you, you can tell they're lying right then. It's like, well, no, I believed him.
Well, you read him well.
Let's see here. We've got a couple no-shows, Jeanette. Let's take care of this gentleman, and then we may dial up some of these folks. This is an unscheduled matter in the People versus Robert Allen Slocum. Would you come up to the podium, please? Mr. Slocum is abiding while waiting his turn. Let me find this. Actually, I look for it in two different places. Boy, they're right up to date. Jenny, thank you. All right, let's find this. You owe me some money in a zoning case from 2018 that you didn't pay, but everything else seems to be up to speed.
Was unaware of that.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. You've been in here since, but COVID hit and they quit trying to collect on stuff. This alleges that on or about August 29th of 2023, that you assaulted Richard Eugene Sanford in the village of Constantine. Miss Jackson and I go back with Richard Sanford almost 40 years. Assault and battery is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. This happened allegedly on August 29th. The warrant got filed on September 26th. So how did you find out there was a warrant?
It was brought to the home yesterday morning.
All right. So you came to turn yourself in. All right. My advice would be that you plead not guilty to this and perhaps get an attorney to help you with this. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, sir.
You're going to need to get fingerprinted, but I'm going to set bond they set a $300 cash or surety bond. I'm gonna set it at $300 PR. I'm gonna appoint an attorney. Defendant plead not guilty. Set attorney pretrial for (11/3/26) at 8:30. All right, now the bailiff will take you out, get your prints. We know Mr. Sanford. I've known him for a long time, and I'm not really sure what this is about. I didn't know he was living in Constantine.
I have an open wound on my middle finger. We should be able to get fingerprints. It's starting to, I cut the end of my finger off early in the week, Monday, in front of the new guy. We should be able to get fingerprints off of it. Excuse my appearance. I didn't know I was coming in front of you today.
Well, you're here, and like I said, we take care of people when they show up because it's better than the alternative. The good news is there's no warrant out for your arrest anymore. The bad news is you now started the process, but I'm gonna get a lawyer to help you with this. It looks like the kind of thing the prosecutor might turn into a disturbing the peace or something. But I'm gonna have you go with a bailiff. We'll get your attorney appointed. I want you to call that attorney, make an appointment to discuss it with him prior to that date. And stay away from Mr. Sanford until this matter.
Doing our best. He's right. We live here and he lives here, and he throws his vegetables from his garden toward our house in the alleyway. So we're doing our best.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to let it slide. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
want to end up in here again.
No, not the plan.
And when you're in there, also ask about that old case from 2018, which is unpaid.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now let's see what else we got here. We got several people that have failed to appear.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed at this time. Please hang.
Well, that is Mr. Michael Adam Payne. He's failed to appear on a charge of no insurance. The file is 231883. He also has a civil infraction of no registration plate. Since his first failed to appear, we'll try order to show cause first. Anybody knows Michael Adam Payne from Battle Creek? Tell him he was supposed to be here today. And to fix his phone. All right, I get about 1 out of 20 of these, but it's. Here is Michael Ryan Nyhart. Let's see what he's doing. Hi, I didn't know you were going to be here today.
I didn't have to be, but we got in last night. I've got a complicated deal going tomorrow. I need to go back and watch 6 hours of testimony.
Directory and call again.
Yeah, all right, I got it. Jeanette and I are just randomly prank calling people this morning.
Oh, this is like that Navy guy. You got that body in your house.
All right, let's try Michael Nyhart. He's from White Pigeon.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed at this time. Please
Well, I'm not doing very well. Mr. Nyhart has missed multiple court dates. It's a reckless driving and no operator's license. Tried to call without success. I don't even know why we get these numbers. Do a bench warrant. Bond, $1,000, cash or surety, 48-hour hold. This happened in August. He's missed multiple dates. He's called several times. They've scheduled the arraignments September 4th, September 21st. And was given this date. He can get arrested or get his butt in here. Michael Ryan Nyhart, you have 48 hours to get here, or I'll set a bench warrant with a $1,000 cash or surety bond. You can't do your criminal case by telephone calling in. Jason Hartonen of Kalamazoo. Malicious use of a telephone. He is set for this afternoon. So that's all I've got for this morning. Apparently, Mr. Marvin and Mr. Taylor may have a guy for me. I forgot his name.
I didn't pay attention. I don't know that he gave it.
He did.
Oh, did he?
It just got a circuit court status conference.
Right. Got that part only.
All right. I think they finished their pre-trials. We did what we needed to do. And thank you. We take the rest of the day off.
I wish.
Hopefully we got the sound situation straightened out.
Your system, and it has more bugs than the old one.
Well, sometimes when they do screen shares, although it worked fine through the end of the day, I'm not sure what happened. So hopefully it was all right. I hope we had sound. So let's see if anybody told me.
Well, that was fun.
Oh, I left the chat on. Great. All right. Thank you very much.
See you later.
See you. Wow, look at that.